Hi, welcome back. Okay, in this session, we are going to see some of the Python basic things. So, we are going to see the data types. Okay, then we are going to see how to give the variable names or the identifier names, how we can able to give. We will go to the command prompt, type CMD over there. So, we'll go to the command prompt. So, type here Jupyter Notebook, as we know, Jupyter Notebook. Fine. So we'll go to the Jupyter Notebook. So already we have installed the Jupyter Notebook. If you have not watched how to install the video, please refer the previous first video. Okay. So we'll go to the new here, Python 3 new. Now in this, the first thing we will see the data type. So what are the data types available? So let us say here s is equal to some, we'll give one string. Okay, so we'll give one string. So let us say hello world. Okay, hello world, hello world. So if you print this, you can print this string, print s. Okay, so it will display that hello world. Fine. So let me maximize this. Okay, so it will print that. Now let us rewrite this one here. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, now we have a hello world, and if we print s, it's going to print hello world. So let me print, okay, the type of data it is storing. Okay, there is a type function is there. So type s. So what is the type of data that s can able to store? Okay, so it is str, string. So s can able to store string because we have assigned a string value. So s now can able to store string value. Fine. Now similarly, let us take a is equal to 10. Okay. Now what is the type of data 10? It is an integer. Fine. So if you just print a, so what it is going to print? It's going to print the value of a. See this? It's going to print the value of a. So if we say a is equal to 20 or what is, let us say 10 itself. Then if I say here type a, so what will happen? The type of a, okay, so run this one. The type of a is int. That is int a holds the integer data type. Fine. The numbers, integers are nothing but numbers. Strings are nothing but the set of characters, that is a string. Similarly, we have another type of data. We have, let us say b is equal to 10.25. Okay, 10.25. So what is the type of b? B contains 10.25. So what is the type of b? B, it is a float because it contains a floating value. It contains decimal numbers with decimal. We call it as a float. So you can say it is a float. The type of b, the b holds the data type float. Fine. That means integers as well as decimal values. Fine. The numbers with decimal values we call it as a float. So we have integer. Okay, we have integer. We have string. Fine. We have float. Fine. Now see, we are going to see only basic data types. We are not going to see the entire data types. That's not required now. So when it is required, I will let you know. Fine. Now what we will do is we are going to see the basic data types. Now the next one available is the Boolean data types. So let us say here one data type. Let us say we will say here Python. You can say anything. Okay. So let us see p itself. Okay. I don't want to confuse you. P is equal to true. Okay. So let us print this true. Okay. First let us print this true. Yeah, print this p. Okay. See that I have given capital P here. So run this and it is displaying true because it is holding the value true. Now see here, this is not the same as the string. String is hello world, we have given in double quotes, and true we have not given in double quotes. It is a reserved word. So what is a reserved word? This we cannot use as a variable. That I will tell you later. So true is not having a double quotes. It's not a number. We call it as a Boolean value, either true or false. So p contains, if we say print this p, it's going to say true only because we have assigned the value true here. So let us say here, let us see what is the value what is the data type it can able to store? Okay, P equal to true. So what is the type of P? Okay, type of P. So let us run this one. The type of P is Boolean. Boolean means it can able to store either true or either false. That's it. Okay, P is equal to, I can say here false also. False. If I say false, you can see print P. So what is the data type it can able to store? So it is false now. The type of P now. What is the type of P? The type of P is now, it is same Boolean. So P holds either true or false. So we have seen 4 data types now. One is the string, set of characters. Okay, in double quotes we have given. Fine. Another one is the integer, like numbers it is. Okay. So this A is a integer variable now. Okay. Now this S is a string variable. So it can able to store string values. The A is holding integer value. Fine. So it is an integer variable. A is an integer variable. So B is float variable because it contains float data type, numbers with decimal. Okay. P is what data type? It is a Boolean data type. Either true or false it can able to store. Okay. So let us go to the new page. Okay. So we have seen 4 data types. Okay. So let us see here. So what are the variables we will see in detail? Variable names. What are the variable names? The valid variable names we can give. Okay. So let us say I am giving here ideal. Okay. Ideal. Okay. So let us take let us take ideal. Ideal is equal to 10. Okay. Now let us print this. Print ideal. Print ideal. So it's going to print, it's a valid variable name. Ideal is a valid variable name. Now, it can start, it can have, it cannot have blank spaces. Let us say here, ideal underscore school, okay, is equal to 20. Is it valid variable? If it is valid variable, it will run print ideal school. Okay, ideal school. So run this one. So it's going to print. Fine. There is no problem. We can give underscores also. Fine. Then we can able to start with underscore also. Let us say underscore ideal. This is also valid variable. Ideal underscore ideal is equal to 30. Okay. Print underscore ideal. Okay. It's going to print. No problem in that. It can start with underscore also. It can contain in between underscore also. Fine. Now, these are valid variables I am talking about. Now, I can say here ideal 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let us keep ideal 4, 5, 6. Okay. Ideal 4, 5. This is L. Okay. Not 1. It is ideal 4, 5, 6 is equal to, let us say 100. Okay. So print ideal 4, 5, 6. We can have like this. You can give numbers also. Okay. So these are the valid names, valid variable names. So this is an integer value we are assigning. So this, then it will become an integer variable. All are integer variables because it contains numbers, no decimal values or no strings. Okay. That's why it is integer variables. Ideal also, ideal underscore school also, underscore ideal also, ideal 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you can give any name here. Okay. Any valid name you can give. Now you can have capital ideal is equal to, let us say 10. Okay. Small ideal, both are different, 20. Okay. Let us print these two. Okay. Print, let me come here. Okay. Print capital ideal is equal to, we will print the value of ideal. Okay. This capital ideal we are printing. Fine. Next, we will print, we'll use small letters here now. Print ideal equal to ideal. Okay. Small ideal. See, we are printing capital ideal, small ideal. Capital ideal is 10. Small ideal is 20. Let us print this one. Let us run this. Okay. You can see both are different. Okay. Both are different. Even though the name is ideal, the capital letters, So it is a case sensitive. Case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. Fine. Now, next is I can give something like ideal school. Okay. In between, it can contain capital letters also. No problem. Okay. Ideal school is equal to 99. Okay. So print ideal school. Print, and I have to give the same S capital. Okay. S capital. These are all valid variable names I have showed. Okay. Just practice all these things. Now let us take the invalid variable name. So what is invalid variable name? Let us say 2 ideal is equal to 33. Is it possible? Let us see. Print 3 ideal. Okay, let us see this one. Sorry, not 3 ideal. Let us keep that is 2 ideal we have given. No, 2 ideal. Let us run this one. Now it is saying error. Correct. Invalid syntax. It cannot start. The variable name cannot start with 2. Okay. Number. It cannot start with number. That's why it is saying error. Okay. So this is one way of telling that one. Now another. Let us say. Let me remove this. Okay. Let me remove this. Ideal school space I have given. Ideal school equal to 33. I cannot say like this. Okay. It cannot contain a blank space. Now it contains a blank space. Let us run this and it will say error. Correct. So it is error, invalid syntax, because ideal school, it cannot contain a blank space. Okay. That's why it is a error. Now it cannot contain minus sign in between, hyphen. Okay. Let us try to print that. Fine. Now let us run this. Now it is error. Okay. These are all invalid variable names I am telling. Okay. Now, so we cannot have blank space. We cannot have underscore in between. We cannot have minus sign. We can have underscore. See, we have seen underscore here. See, underscore we have seen. Ideal underscore school we have seen. But minus sign we cannot have. Okay. It cannot start with number also. Fine. So that we have seen. Now let us see the another valid. Let us see, is it possible like dollar ideal is equal to 44. So print that dollar ideal. Let us check whether it is accepting or not accepting. Okay. So it doesn't accept dollar also. Fine. It doesn't accept dollar ideal. It doesn't accept. So you can find out, try and find out what are the valid variables name and what are the invalid variable names. Okay. Now let us say, I cannot say like, I cannot use true. True is equal to 44. Can I say like this? True. Okay. Possible? It is telling error again. Run this one. It's telling error. Why? Because true is a reserved word. You remember what we have done? True is a value. Boolean value, true or false. I cannot use this as a variable name. The reserved words I cannot use. Similarly, there is some reserved words are there I cannot use. Is it possible like int equal to 44 and can I print int? It is okay. Int is okay. Int is not a reserved word. So you can find out. You can type it and find out whether it's a valid variable name or invalid variable name. Say for example length. Okay, length equal to 20. Okay, print length th, right, th. Okay, the print that will earn that one and see it is 20. There is no error in this. So you can find out in this way, you can find out whether it's the variable is a valid variable or not a valid variable. Okay, similarly for strings you can check. Okay, let us say I have Doha is equal to, okay, let me write like this, city. Okay, city is equal to Doha in brackets in double quotes. Okay, is it a valid variable? Yes. Print capital city only. If you type small c, it will say error. Now it will say Doha. Fine. The value of city is Doha. Fine. Now the same thing applies here. Okay, the value, the whatever the I cannot start with number. Okay, it cannot contain blank space. Then it cannot have minus sign in between. Okay, it cannot have dollar special. It cannot start with special characters. Fine. So all the things what I have said here, it will be valid for other data types also. So what are the data types we have? We have integer, float. Okay, let us see float. Okay, price. Okay, price equal to 450.5665. Is this price is a valid variable? Okay. Yes, it is valid. Identify. We call it as a variable is also a identifier. Okay, it's also a identifier. So let us write this. Print this price. Okay, print this price. Run this. So it is 450.67. So it's a valid. So if I change here, let us say 4, and I will type like 4 price. 4 price. I have given the name as 4 price, and I'm printing 4 price. Okay, is it possible? No, it is not possible. It is starting with a number. So it is, that's why it is saying error. Let us say price. Okay, something I have given price A. Okay, price capital A. Okay, then here also I have given price capital A. I'm trying to run this. Okay, so it will say error because it contains blank space. Same thing if you have like price A with underscore, no problem. Underscore is not a problem. It will say, it will accept. Fine. Price A, it's going to accept because it's a valid identifier or valid variable. Okay.